Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome to day 5. If you are brand new to me, my name is Autumn Clifford, and I have been an online entrepreneur. You can see my fiance in the background. Um, I have been an online entrepreneur for probably going on 2 years now. And so I've built a business completely from my couch because I was a police officer and I got injured. And what happened was it was a really bad back injury. And so I was unable to, hi Christine, I was unable to work. And I was unable to do pretty much fucking anything. And so I had to figure out how to, I had to figure out how to just I don't know, build a business and build a life that I actually enjoyed from my couch because I couldn't do anything else. And maybe you can relate to that. Maybe if you're anything like me, then you understand that like being able to do absolutely nothing like drove me fucking crazy. What's up, girl? And so I had to learn how to, get into this coaching industry and really, I really wanted to serve people. So when I initially became a police officer, that was like my biggest thing is I wanted to become a police officer because I wanted to be able to be a role model for people. I wanted to be able to be the go-to for people. And that's really my drive. I love to serve, but I really love to be the go-to for people. Kind of like, somebody's secret weapon in their back pocket. Like that's really what I love and that's really what I enjoy. And so I wanted to be able to fulfill this capacity and like many different ways, right? And so I got into the coaching industry. And what you should know is that I started out as a Beachbody coach, actually. And so I was in MLM and I loved it. I won't lie, like I really did like what I was doing. I loved helping the women. I helped a ton of women and men lose weight, and it was really fun. But what happened was I just felt like I wanted to be so much more than just helping people lose weight. And so I knew that I wanted to like dive deeper into the coaching. So what I did is I did what most people do is I hired a coach, and I took this program. I spent $2,500 on my first ever coaching program. Now, my fiance is a state trooper, and he's very inside the box. And let me just tell you, he did not really like the fact, hi Michelle, did not like the fact, hi Daisy, that I spent $2,500 on a coaching program, I can tell you. And so that was a fight, but I did it because I really wanted to start my business, right? Like I really wanted to get a good start. And I didn't really learn that much, and it was pretty sad. And then I, hired a one-on-one coach, and I've hired all these different coaches, and I've done these things to help build my business. Well, in the midst of all of trying to build a business and hiring all these coaches and working with all these people, I began trying to fit in. I lost myself. When you hire multiple coaches, okay, and they maybe aren't good people, or maybe they're not like the best fit for you, or whatever the case may be, you begin to lose yourself. Because I was having coaches tell me who I was. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to really take a step back. And I really want you to, one, not be this coach, but number two, I want you to just reflect on it and so that you can put it in perspective for your own life and business so that you don't maybe make the same mistakes that I made. And so I had all of these different women, because I have had all women coaches, and from all over the world. And they all had their own very different areas of expertise, right? But they all told me who I was. Every single one of them. They all told me who I was, and they didn't really know me, right? Like, they didn't know me. They didn't really know me. Like, how do you get to know somebody like so good within a week, 2 weeks, a month? Like, you don't, right? But yeah, I was listening to these people tell me who I was. And so as a result, I began trying to fit in the industry. I began trying to fit in with them. I began trying to fit in the online world. You know, there's like this space for really prim and proper, and then there's this space for like this kick-ass, like, whoa, like I'm gonna tell you like it is. And then there's this space for like fitness, right? And then there's like, in like all these different areas, like you can be kind of pretty much anything within these areas. And then there's like this like punk rock space, right? And there's a spiritual space, so you can be like a Gabby Bernstein, right? And we, you know, but I'm like, but where's my space? Because I'm spiritual as fuck, like totally spiritual. You can like look all around my office. It's crazy. Like, you know, I'm very spiritual, but I was like, but I'm spiritual, but I'm a police spouse. Hey, I'm a police spouse, but I'll still kick your ass because, you know, I am a friggin' prior cop, and like I have 2 black belts, and I'm pretty blunt. I'm Italian, and like I'm just kind of straight to the point. But yeah, I am actually really, if you have ever worked with me, I'm actually quite soft, and like I have like this love about me, and my clients know that. Like I really give a shit, and like, you know, I had a client call me in like distress one time at midnight on a Saturday night, and I answered the phone and I talked to her for like a whole hour. Like I love my people. And so like where do I fit in? Where do I fit in, right? Like that's what I kept saying. And if maybe you've gone through this and maybe you have felt like this, like where the fuck do I fit in? And you know, Christine says, yes, you do. I may or may not spoil my clients as well. Surprise Christmas gifts may or may not land in your house, right, Christine? But, you know, I just continuously would ask myself, like, where do I fit in? And every coach would be like, well, Autumn, you need to soften up. Or Autumn, you know, you're not a cop anymore, so why are you even talking like that? Autumn, if you keep telling stories about who you were, you're going to continue to manifest that. Like, you're not that anymore. So why are you talking about this? Legitimately, these are all quote by, like, word for word quotes that people have told me, coaches have told me. Shit's been like in my inbox. And like, it really made me take a few steps back. I'm like, fuck, like, where do I fit in? You know, I swear I'm soft, but I'm hard, and I'm a cop. And so, you know, like, where do I fit in? And so recently I decided I don't fit in, and I'm going to pave my own way, right? Like I'm going to kind of break the mold, and I'm going to do my own thing. So what I'm doing, I can guarantee you no guru's going to tell you to do this. No fucking business expert's going to tell you to do this, but I'm doing it because it feels really good here in my heart, and that matters to me. And so what I'm doing is I'm, you know, on Instagram. I love Instagram so much, and I'm very much serving my police spouses and my sheepdogs. Like, I'm still serving them. And I'm over here on the spiritual side and the business side, cultivating this amazing community with a friend of mine by the name of Lisa. I'm sure you guys know her. And we've created this Boss Witch community where we take our spirituality and we combine business and like magic, and it's just like this whole really cool, unique thing. And I do that, and I'm loving that, and the results have been amazing. And then I'm here, and I'm just me. So like, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing what I need to do for me. And the reason I'm here telling you, kind of explaining myself to you, is because I want you to do what you need to do for you. Like, what feels good for you. Like, and the reason, listen, you guys, is it's been really difficult, right? Because it's like, well, Autumn, you should only do one thing at a time. But I can't. Because I want to, like, I want to serve everyone. Like, I want to serve these people as me, and here I am, doing what I'm doing. And it all over, like, my sheepdogs. I serve a lot of spouses that are in the Boss Witch and stuff like that. Like, they come over, and, you know, you guys all hang out with me, and who knows where you'll end up if you're, you know, whatever, if you decide to hang out with me and Boss Witch or not. But, you know, or you're on my Instagram. But I'm just saying, like, I'm doing what feels really good for me, and there's no guru that would ever say that that's a smart idea, I'm sure. And, you know, a lot of people don't do that. And a lot of people are really trying to make themselves a square and a round peg. Stop that. Stop trying to fit in, okay? I'm going to just kind of brag about myself for 1 second. If there's one thing I love about my coaching, it's this. Is when my clients come to me and they're like, Autumn, I have a problem, I always help them reflect. Because it's always, the answer is always inside of you. It always is, no matter what. And it's a good coach is going to help you try to figure it out. I believe a bad coach is going to tell you who you are and what you need to do. Even though I've been there, I've been on my knees, and I have needed someone to tell me. I thought that I needed someone to tell me, but what I really needed was somebody to fucking make me see it and make me pull the answers out of me. Does that make sense? And I'm not saying I haven't had that coach or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, that's what I needed instead of somebody telling me who I am. And I think that in this online industry, it is so easy to get caught up with who am I, what am I doing, what is my purpose, who do I serve. It's just, instead of just doing the damn thing, we all get caught up in who and what. And I know for me, like, that is a huge problem. Like, I won't lie to you guys. Like, this is, like I told you, I'm really being, like, authentic, right? And, like, it's not easy, but it's a huge problem for me is to be like, okay, like, who are my people? Because maybe you're multi-passionate like me, but there's a few different sides of me. And so I've decided to do what I'm doing and kind of put some stuff over here and put some stuff over here, if that makes sense to you. So I can serve my sheepdogs, which are the first responders and their spouses. I can serve them over here, and I've created content specifically for them. But then I've created content specifically for my spiritual, boss witches, right? Like spiritual people who are looking to become a boss, or they are a boss, and they really love like the magic aspect, and they want to combine it. And then we created that over there. So that's what I'm doing. That's my answer of this whole I'm trying to fit in thing. So I ask you today to go and reflect on this for yourself. Go and reflect and ask yourself, how am I trying to fit in, and how can I just fucking stop, and how can I just serve? At the end of the day, you just want to ask yourself, ask the universe, how can I serve? Show me how I need to show up so I can just serve. That's it. The money will come, the success will come, the happiness will come after that. But I'm going to tell you, I spent 2 years going, how can I make some money? How can I make some money? How can I be a millionaire? How can I have 20K months? How can I make $100,000 really fast? That's what I spent a lot of time asking, and that didn't get me anywhere. It just didn't. So it's not going to get you anywhere, I promise, because I worked my ass off. And I fucking, did I have a 10K month? I had a few of them. I had quite a few 10K months. But let me just tell you something. Didn't solve any of my fucking problems. I'll tell you that right now. The only problem it solved was I got my fiance off my back for like fucking a week. And then he was right back to being up my ass again. Because he's a state trooper. He's inside the box. And he doesn't understand something that's not tangible. So, anyways, there's my confession. I've been trying to fit in all up until very recently, and I ask you to try to not fit in, okay? And if you need help, that's when you reach out to me, because I am not going to let you try to fit in, all right? Tomorrow I will be back. If you guys are not getting my emails and you want to be, comment below, because every day I send out an email. I send it out with this video and kind of my thoughts on it, if you're interested in that. I can't thank you enough for being here and just supporting me through this and watching me. And if you know anybody who needs to hear this or see this, please share. I just really appreciate it, because I just know that there's got to be way more people than me who have gone through all these feelings and emotions in the online industry than just me, right? Okay. Love you guys. Bye.